Welcome to the world of global payments and the big issues shaping this industry. You're listening to Commonwealth Bank's Global Payments Series with me, Carli Renzi, Managing Director of Institutional Client Coverage at CBA. CBA has been making meaningful progress in its real-time cross-border payments journey. Since pioneering 24/7 real-time processing of Australian dollar payments to CBA accounts in February 2024, we've expanded faster settlements to other financial institutions and currencies. In this episode, we're joined by Susan Yang, General Manager for High Value and International Payments at CBA, who will unpack the milestones from the past year, share key lessons, and explore what's next as we move closer to be always on for our customers. Welcome, Susan.
Hi, Carli.
Susan, when you joined us on the podcast last September, you talked about our international payment service, which was how we can process Australian dollars to non-CBA accounts in real time at any time of the day, 24/7. Now, fast forward to June this year, and we've taken it a step further. We can now process non-Australian dollar payments into CBA accounts with extended hours. Can you tell us what that means for our clients and how it builds on what we launched last year?
Yes, Carli. We place our customer at the center of everything we do. We understand the importance of a customer journey being consistent and predictable. And that's why we've extended the processing hours for non-Aussie dollar international payments to 20/5 in June. With this new enhancement, the CBA customer journey when receiving money from overseas is getting even closer to an always-on experience, agnostic of currency. For our customers, this means fast access to their funds. And for our overseas banking partners, this means a more competitive value proposition for both their underlying customers and their own treasury function when remitting funds to Australia.
And Susan, for our correspondent banks that are listening, we've now had almost 2 years of cross-border instant payments at CBA, and I'm sure you've got some lessons and reflections as things have evolved. Are there any success stories that you can share or lessons that we've learned?
Carli, it has been a very exciting journey. We've made strong progress towards the G20 goals around speed, cost, access, and transparency. Removing digital international money transfer fees, accessing instant payment rails overseas, and adding payment checking in our digital channels to make cross-border payments faster, cheaper, and more transparent for our customers. Carli, one of the highlights has been our partnership with Boni to enable international payments into Australia to settle in under 60 seconds, 24/7, regardless of who the recipient banks with. This collaboration, which leverages our MPP International Payment Service, was recently recognized with the Best Payments and Collections Solution Australia AAA Award from the Asset magazine. However, fast payments also bring new challenges. Liquidity management needs to keep pace, especially when it comes to foreign currency. And that's an evolving conversation about optimizing notional balances, managing funds across multiple accounts, and operating in a global 24/7 environment. The other challenge is fraud and scams prevention. It is a shared mission across the industry. In Australia, we are proud to support the confirmation of payee industry solution alongside our own name check technology, which adds an extra layer of pre-validation for safer payments. As we move forward, enhanced data and monitoring tools will be key to managing risk and delivering safe and seamless experiences for our customers.
Congratulations, Susan, on that award from the Asset magazine. Best Payment and Collection Solution for Australia is a fantastic achievement.
Indeed, very proud of it.
So a big part of your role has been delivering on ISO 20022 and ensuring that we can successfully get there by the milestone dates that we've set. I'd love to hear from you on what you think the key benefits are of ISO 20022 and how you look forward to seeing this across CBA and in particular for our clients and correspondent banking partners.
ISO 20022 migration has been a very complex and substantial effort for the entire financial industry, whether you're a bank, a payment system operator, or a payment service provider. However, the payoff is promising. With richer, more structured data, we will have clearer visibility into all agents and parties in the end-to-end payment value chain. That kind of transparency makes sanction screening and transaction monitoring easier and smarter. ISO also enables more automation and AI application, which means faster processing and improved reconciliation. And when it comes to fraud and scams prevention, Richer data means we can implement better fraud and scams mitigation measures for our customers. For example, with more detailed insights, we get a clearer picture of our clients and their activities, making it easier to detect unusual transactions. Plus, payment pre-validation also improves processing with more accurate matches and less reliance on fuzzy logic. I have to say, ISO 20022 is a game changer and an opportunity to enhance customer experience. It's not just about faster and safer payments. It is also about helping banks operate more efficiently, which can lead to lower costs across the board and enable us to pass on our benefits to our customers.
So, Susan, you said that ISO 20022 is a game changer, and that really brings us to the question of achieving the G20 targets by 2027, particularly around cost, speed, transparency in cross-border payments. I guess one challenge that we keep hearing about is interoperability, and I know that you sit on the G20 pie task force. And for those of you unfamiliar with another type of pie to the one that we usually eat, pie in this particular case is payments interoperability and extension.
Well done.
Thank you. Can you walk us through what initiatives are being taken to tackle interoperability and help ensure that our systems can actually work together across borders?
Indeed, from interoperability perspective, ISO is just an enabler. As what we see globally, different countries and even different payment systems within the same country may be adopting their own practices of the ISO standards. This creates a bit of fragmentation, which can lead to inefficiencies and prevent us from realizing the full benefits of ISO. In Australia, there's an industry commitment to align the ISO message versions used in RTGS, so that is our high-value clearing system or HVCS, cross-border payments or CBPR+, and MPP, our real-time payment system, with MPP currently being scheduled to upgrade to version 2024 at the end of 2026, and HVCS and CBPR+ to version 2025 at the end of 2027. More broadly, the Committee on Payments and Market Infrastructures, or CPMI, recognized the challenge quite a few years ago. They published harmonized ISO 20022 data requirements back in 2023. These requirements are payment system and technology agnostic, so they can be used whether you are messaging over SWIFT or APIs. There is a continued global effort to encourage payment system operators, banks, and PSPs to adopt these standards in a consistent way. The goal is to facilitate straight-through processing of cross-border payments and making them faster, cheaper, and more seamless for both end customers and the institutions supporting them.
Thanks, Susan. So that brings us to our close around some of the rapid-fire questions. So in one word, what is the future of cross-border payments?
Seamless.
Good word. Thank you. Okay, second question. Most exciting market or region to watch for payments innovation right now?
US. And the reason why I pick US is because I'm really watching further developments in the US dollar stablecoin landscape. I'm also very keen to find out when will RTP or FedNow opens the domestic leg of cross-border payments.
Now, Susan, you've always been a payments nerd in the CBA sense, and we're very happy to have you. And as unfathomable as it is, what I want to know here is what would you be doing if you were not working in payments?
When I was a kid, I always believed I would become a very successful scientist, and I will be exploring the universe.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense. That exploration and curiosity is something that comes through a lot when we talk to you about payments as well. Thank you so much, Susan. Appreciate your insights today and your time.
Thank you, Carli.
You've been hearing from Susan Yang, General Manager for High Value and International Payments at CBA. Thank you for listening. Tune in again to hear more insights from CBA's experts on the world of global payments and moments that matter for our clients.
Things you should know. Guests featured in this podcast are speaking from their personal experiences only. As this podcast has been prepared without considering your objectives, financial situation, or needs, you should, before acting on the content, consider its appropriateness to your circumstances. CommBank does not necessarily endorse the views of a particular individual or guarantee the accuracy of the information provided.